As a result of Game of Thrones and all those other movies, do you consider entertainment now as an important asset class for Belfast?
Very important. So we've just completed our second major film studio. So outside London now, Belfast has the best film production facilities in the UK.
Wow.
So we have 2 film studios. The first one, where Game of Thrones was shot, we built in the old paint hall, the hall that was used for painting the Titanic, for example, our old ships, etc. So that's our first film studio. We've just completed a new state-of-the-art film studio alongside that as well. And we're hoping to announce a new tenant in that studio very shortly, but I can't tell you that yet.
Investment in real estate carries risks like any other sector. If you were to give advice to investors, what developments and trends should they be aware of?
So at the minute, tourism is a big growth sector in the city, and that's being driven by people's intrigue into Northern Ireland and wanting to come and hear the stories of our place. It's also been driven by the fact that we have just recently finished our new convention centre in the city as well. We've got great tourism products as well, and you know, you're in the city and you can see Titanic Exhibition Centre, and then 10 minutes away you have the countryside and the hills and the river.
Which is absolutely stunning.
Which is absolutely stunning. And then the North Coastline, where we have Giant's Causeway, is just unbelievable. There's nowhere like it. Maybe can come somewhere close. You asked me more about real estate. So we have at the minute 6 hotels in the ground and 5 more hotels going through planning. So that just gives you an indication of how the tourism industry is growing. We've 82 cruise ships come into our city now every year. And we also have moved a university campus into the heart of the city centre recently. So the 2 universities in Belfast are now right in the heart of Belfast City Centre. That's driving a lot of growth in terms of our student housing market, and also then that's spilling out into our residential market as well in the city. Other big standout factors as well are we have a lot of foreign direct investment from some big American companies, and this goes back to our skills base in terms of financial technology. So we are one of the fastest growing knowledge economies in the UK. In Belfast, lots of software development and ICT. So companies like Citibank, for example, now have over 2,000 staff in Belfast, and they're expanding regularly all the time. And it's because of the technology sector that's growing so well, and the skills base that we have in the city with our young people, where we're very focused on the jobs of the future and getting them skilled up to be ready for those jobs.
If you were to pick 3 elements in a city that make it attractive for investment, what would they be?
So 3 things for me that are attractive for investment. Number 1, there are good returns to be made in Belfast, so there are opportunities there to do some big regeneration schemes. The occupier market, number 2, is absolutely there at this point in time as well, and you have a local government, which I represent, who are really willing to work very closely with the private sector to make sure that we bring forward development.
Brilliant. Suzanne Wylie, thank you very much. It
You're
has been a
very
delight.
welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, delighted. Thank you.